He bought a wrapper for his poor mother for money ritual. But that night, something unthinkable happened. She carried cassava on her head to feed her only son, Afamefuna. But he carried a deadly secret in his heart towards his poor mother. Mama Ezinne gave her son everything: love, sweat, prayers. But poverty still held them hostage. Then one day her son, Afamefuna, walked through the door with a wrapper, red, gold, glowing. Mama, I bought you something special. But it wasn't just a gift, it was a trap. He had gone to a shrine, made a deal with a ritualist grandmaster, and all he needed was for his mother to wear the wrapper. But what happened next? Not even the gods saw it coming. You think you've heard some shocking stories before? Wait till you hear what Mama Ezinne did. Don't blink. The most unbelievable moment is just ahead. Mama Ezinne was a widow. Life never gave her gold, but she gave her children everything she had. Her son Afamefuna, 24 years, jobless, restless, and angry with poverty, often shouted at her, "Mama, must we die in hunger? Look at Emeka, he just bought a car. Tony's mother now lives in a duplex, and we are still eating garri like prisoners." Mama Ezinne will sigh gently. "My son, good things take time. Don't envy another man's time zone." But Afamefuna was tired. So when his friends told him about Baba Gede, the mysterious herbalist known for making boys rich overnight, he went. "You want well like your friends? Then bring the one who gave you life." I don't understand. Afam stammered in confusion. "I mean your mother, the one who gave you life. Sacrifice her with this wrapper." Baba Gede pulled out a wrapper, thick, beautiful, red and gold, soaked in ritual powder. Once she ties it on her body, she will vanish and become wealth. She will turn into the monies you have been looking for: dollars, euros, nairas, pounds. Name them. The moment she wears it, your riches begin. Baba Gede said to curious Afam. But Afamefuna hesitated. But then he thought, she's old. We've suffered enough. Maybe this is what destiny wants. Then he agreed. He returned home the next day with a new wrapper. "Oh, my son, you bought me a new wrapper. This is the first new clothes I am owning in 3 years. She smiled, kissed his forehead, and placed it under her box. Too precious to use yet. Afamefuna waited for days, but his mother was yet to try the wrapper on. "Mama, you never even try it on." Afam pestered one evening. "Try what on?" Mama Ezinne asked in confusion. "I mean the new wrapper. I want to see how well it fits on your body with the matching blouse." "Oh, Mama, I will. I just want to keep it for Sunday service. Let me finish harvesting the yams this week first." But days passed, weeks. Just wait to hear the most shocking thing that happened. Welcome to Ideka African Folktales. Please support my channel by sharing this story, like and comment. In a world where wealth speaks loudest, Mama Ezinne's voice was barely a whisper, but her hands, hardened by years of toil, told stories louder than gold ever could. She was a widow of 16 years, mother of 5, but she had buried her 2 children before their 50th birthdays and buried her husband with her bare hands. Mama Ezinne had only one dream left, that her youngest and only son, Afamefuna, would become someone great, maybe a teacher, maybe a tailor, maybe even a pastor. Her 2 other children are girls. They were loaned to nearby towns for babysitting, while Afamefuna stayed with her. But Afamefuna, now 24, had become a shadow of that dream. He had completed his secondary school education and was sent to go learn tailoring since he said he wanted to further his education. But even then he was not serious, so his master drove him away. He always enjoyed talking about wealth, riches, luxury cars and houses, but he hated to work. He only distracted other young apprentices who loved listening to him with rapt attention. At home, Afamefuna would sit on a broken stool outside their clay house, jaw clenched, eyes hollow, watching other young men zoom past on motorcycles, playing loud music, throwing money in the air. Mama, must we die in hunger? Emeka just bought a car. Tony's mother lives in a duplex now, and we are still eating garri like prisoners. Mama Ezinne was rinsing smoked fish. She didn't look up. My son, she said softly, good things take time, oh. They take time to come. Don't envy another man's time zone. The sun does not rise for everyone at the same hour. But her words felt like empty motivationals to a starving soul. Afamefuna fist tightened. He didn't want patience. He wanted power and riches. And so one day, Afamefuna found the place where the other young boys who threw money around got their wealth. There in the middle of this ominous space sat Baba Gede, cross-legged, dreadlocks, matted, his eyes glowing like a moon. You want wealth like your friends? Baba asked. Yes, Baba, yes, I am ready to do anything. Baba slowly rose, his voice thick like smoke. Then bring the one who gave you life. Afamefuna blinked. I don't understand. Your mother, Baba said, his voice airy calm. Your door to the world must become the gateway to riches. This, he held up a wrapper, red and gold, thick like royalty. It's soaked in blood of sacrifice. This wrapper is soaked in the blood of silence. Once she ties it on her body, she will vanish, and in her place, wealth will rise. Afamefuna hesitated. A bead of sweat rolled down his neck. But she's old. She's been suffering all her life. Maybe this is what destiny wants. His lips barely moved as he said it. I agree. At home, there was a silence as usual, except the rooster's crow. Mama Ezinne was pounding yam when Afamefuna arrived, holding a nylon bag gently, like it contains treasure. Mama, he said, forcing a smile, I bought something for you. Her hands froze. She stared at him as if trying to remember the last time he ever brought her anything. For me, a wrapper, she said, unfolding it gently. The wrapper glowed in the morning sun. My son, you bought me a wrapper. This is the first new cloth I've owned in 3 years. She pressed it to her chest, her eyes welled with tears. She kissed his forehead. Hey, this one is expensive. Oh. Look at the thickness. God will bless you, my son. She pulls in closer again and kisses his forehead. Her eyes shimmer. God will lift you. He will answer your prayer. You will not bury your children. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. Thank you, my son. May God bless you abundantly. Oh, wait. How did you get the money? She asks. Mama, how much? I sold my dogs last week. Afamefuna lied. So his mother believed him and went inside her room with the new wrapper, folded it with care and placed it under her old metal box where she kept her best clothes, the ones she wore only on Christmas and funeral. Mama, don't you want to try it on? He asked that night. I will, oh, she said, smiling. But not today. Let me wear it to church after I finish harvesting the yams. And Afamefuna forced a smile. But every tick of the clock sounded like thunder in his ears. Days passed, then a week, then 2. Afamefuna couldn't sleep anymore. He began pacing at night, sweating. He had nightmares, visions of his mother walking into a fire, smiling. He started hearing voices. Baba Gede's voice echoed in his head. The moment she wears it, your riches begin. Mama, he asked again one evening. Just try it on once now. Just try the wrapper. Let me see how beautiful it looks on you. My son, calm down. She laughed. Is it not wrapper again? Or did someone touch you? Each time his mother postponed, the guilt stabbed deeper. And Afamefuna became frustrated. He began drinking to sleep. Afamefuna came back from his evening outing and sat on a stool with a worried face. He watched his mother return from the farm, her wrapper dusty, arms trembling under the weight of a basin of harvested yam. Afamefuna with guilty face approaching. Mama, you haven't tried that wrapper I bought for you, or you don't like it. Just try it. Let's see how it looks. Mama Afam playfully, my friend, you gave me one trouble. You gave me trouble. Is it not one clothes you gave me and you're already disturbing me? If there are two, is it not wrapper again or did you buy two? She laughs, a deep belly laugh, not knowing she's dancing on a razor's edge. Afamefuna too forced a smile or look away quickly. 2 nights later, Afamefuna sat alone, staring at the fire, a bottle of cheap gin beside him. He took a gulp, then another. He drank not to celebrate, but to silence the voice of conscience. He saw a shadow move in the doorway. It was his mother holding a lantern. And his mother said, "You started drinking now." "Just to clear my head," Afam replied. "You are too young for your heart to be this heavy," Mama Ezinne cautioned. She placed the lantern on the floor and walked away, humming again. Afamefuna stared at her and she disappeared into her room. He broke down and began to sob quietly. Afamefuna whispered, "God, why is my own always different? Come on to Tyra, but this woman stood like a rock." The next day was Saturday. There was a wedding in the next village. Lights blazed like stars had fallen to earth. The air trembled with drums, flutes, and laughter. And among the crowd, spinning like a stray leaf in a storm of celebration, was Afamefuna. His joy was loud, his steps wobbly. He had drunk too much, far too much. By the time Afamefuna staggered back towards his compound, the night had turned cold. The moon had disappeared behind thick clouds, and a restless wind swept across the trees. Hissing like a warning, he fumbled at the door, missed the latch, fell outside on the concrete slab of the veranda, flat on his back, arms folded across his chest, legs coiled inward like a freezing child. He lay there, groaning, mumbling, shivering, and snoring. Inside the house, his mother, Mama Ezinne, stirred from sleep. She had been dozing lightly on her raffia mat when she heard the noise, a low, broken groan. She rose, tied her faded wrapper tighter, and shuffled to the door. She opened it slowly, and her heart dropped. There he was, Afamefuna, her only son. He was strong, coiled up like a lost child, cheeks pale, lips trembling from the night's cold. She opened the door and helped him walk into the house. But instead of going into his room, he lay on the bare cement floor in the sitting room and fell into a deep sleep again. It was a cold night. Mama Ezinne needed to cover her son with wrapper, but there was no clean or neat wrapper or at her reach that night. So she ran back inside, opened her old squeaky metal trunk. Clothes after clothes she tossed aside, faded, damp, torn. Nothing warm enough. And then at the bottom of the box, she saw the new wrapper, the one bought by Afamefuna, the red and gold wrapper. She took it, anything for her son. She took the wrapper, went to where Afamefuna was lying and sleeping. She covered him, and suddenly the wrapper began to grow like a tree trunk. Mama Ezinne screamed. Again, the wrapper stopped growing and began to glow, then sizzle. A small flame flashed around the swirl wrapper and disappeared. Afamefuna, Afamo. Mama Ezinne called her son with a trembling voice. Her voice echoed through the cold night, but there was no reply. She tiptoed and held the wrapper by the edge and flung it up. Afamefuna was gone. In his place was money, swell starch scattered, folded heaps of money, crisp notes of naira, dollars, euros, pounds, even strange coins from countries she do never heard of. She fell to her knee. Mamo, my son, Afamo. She wailed loudly. She tore through the couch, screaming, sobbing, hoping to find a foot, a finger, even a strand of his shirt, but there was none. They have all turned into money. She grabbed the wrapper and stared at it, none half burnt, half holy. She knew. She knew what went wrong. She remembered that evening. He had brought her that wrapper with trembling hands and strange urgency. Mama, he said, wear this one to the village meeting tomorrow. It is special. But something in his eyes was off. His voice cracked that night. His feet couldn't stay still. Mama Ezinne sensed it. A mother always knows. She prayed that night, the old kind of prayer, the kind that travels beyond the roof and into the courts of heaven. When they found Afamefuna, he wasn't dead. He wasn't breathing either. He was gone. In his place, a heap of Crypt's new currency, notes that glow faintly under the rising sun, and wrapped around the money was the very red and gold wrapper meant for his mother. People came running. Afamefuna tried to sacrifice Mama Ezinne. Have you heard? Did you hear it? The gods turned him into money. Oh. No, it was a judgment. She prayed and they have an answer. Whispers became rules. But Mama Ezinne, she said nothing. She simply gathered what was left, the wrapper, the money. And the months that followed, wonders began. She rebuilt her broken home and built a gigantic house. This time with strong wood, new paint, and a roof that did not leak. She installed solar lights, bright enough to chase away even the memory of darkness. She opened a free school for boys, calling it the Afamefuna Center for sons who still have time to change. There were no school fees, just rule, pray, study, respect your mother. She fed the hungry, clothed widows, dug boreholes where women once walked miles for water. And when people ask, Mama Ezinne, where did you get all of this money? Where did the money come from? She will smile and say, it is a gift from my son, oh, a gift from my son. Here is Mama Ezinne under a mango tree, surrounded by boys in uniform. She reads aloud the Bible for them. Then a curious boy raises his hand. Mama, why do you keep that wrapper in a glass box in your parlor? Isn't that the same one he wanted to? She lifted her eyes gently but firm. Yes, that very same. The boy frowned. Well, why keep it after what it almost did to you? Mama Ezinne folded the Bible. Her voice was soft, yet rich with wisdom. Because sometimes God uses the very thing meant to end you to raise you. The boys fall silent. He wrapped his greed in love's disguise and set a trap meant to end her life. But destiny rewrote the script. The mother rose, the son disappeared, and the sacrifice meant to kill became the seed of 1,000 second chances. Became the seed of 1,000 second chances. The moral of this story: do not think of ending the life that gave you life. Do not think of hurting your mother or your father, for they are the reason why you exist in this life. Thank you for watching our story. Please, if you like it, drop a comment and share the story. Thank you.